Hello. What's up? Okay, I don't know where y'all are watching this is, but make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, okay? The link is there. If this is on YouTube, then make sure you subscribe or whatever, because I'll be posting more stuff that I don't sometimes post on Facebook, but I just wanted to share my thoughts, you know, and just kind of where I am, just kind of a check-in update on where I am with things. And if you're on YouTube, I'm sorry, I do need to wait for people to come up in this thing. You know what I'm saying? You know, because I just made this post on Facebook about this. And if you're on my YouTube channel, you definitely know, you know, about the more details about the breakup. And if you own Fansly, you really know more details about the breakup. You know, I was in a relationship in South Africa. It's over, and I just have been, you know, definitely not over it, still healing from it. And this is all new, right? You know, I had never felt like that about anyone, so therefore the breakup or separation process is going to be also something new. But I just been really thinking about certain things and thinking about this concept of being understanding. I mean, somebody commented saying understanding is a hard trait. It is, because my understanding nature wants to, and I'm a Pisces too, you know, I love giving people the benefit of the doubt. I love to give people the same grace that I would want, you know what I'm saying? It becomes a very strange dynamic, you know what I'm saying? Especially coming from someone like me, who grew up, you know, thinking my daddy was perfect, making excuses for my dad. I used to always make excuses for my daddy. It took me years to realize, oh shit, daddy was just fucking up. You know what I'm saying? It took me a while to see that, you know, and, you know, various things like that. And so it's always this thing in my head that wants to be forgiven and wants to give grace and wants to be deeply understanding of people and wants to allow room for humanity. And I do want to hold on to the trait of giving room for humanity, right? I mean, sometimes you do oversleep. I mean, I oversleep. That's the thing about understanding people. We have been there, or if we were there, we could understand how one could make a mistake. So we definitely have this thing, and it's a trait that I feel I've definitely been taken advantage of based on that trait. And it's very hurtful because the person that is that understanding is soft and kind, and it hurts when those traits are to be that way. I mean, I remember one conversation with my ex I had. I said, you know, I'm very understanding and I am a little naive, but that's a trait. These are traits that you should nurture and cherish. Don't take advantage of me. I mean, in many ways, I'm like a little girl. I am sweet, soft, and I do take things at face value. I mean, I'm not stupid. I mean, if you tell me some shit and I definitely know it's a lie, that's another conversation. But we're not talking about things we obviously know is a lie. We're talking about those gray area situations. We're talking about those situations where, you know, you can understand how one could miss the mark and you try to be understanding with that. But I think for years, it's many reasons why this understanding trait was so big for me. Number one, you know, I just picked up at a young age that yelling or pushing, or even if you know it's true, just when a dude shows irritation and you keep going, it usually shuts me down. It really does. Like if a dude shows irritation with me or annoyance with me, I stop, you know, and sometimes that's cool. You know, it is. And that's another thing. You have to know when to chill the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes, you know, I just don't. I'm learning not to really know where my stoppage is coming from. Am I stopping now? If I'm afraid for my life or some shit like that, sure, stop. Or whatever, it's the wrong time or whatever, it's around people. Those obvious things. But most of the time I stop because I'm scared to annoy a man. I'm scared to make him mad at me because I think that he will leave. I am scared to keep talking about something or to talk about things that he don't want to talk about when he's not ready to talk, because if I keep talking, then he's then going to be irritated and not want to deal with me. I think I'm too emotional or something, and then leave. I mean, these are things that I just picked up on as a child. And it's not true. I mean, do you know how many crazy, belligerent bitches still got niggas around? You know, all of that. But I'm not saying I want to be crazy, but I am saying that I want to stand up for myself fully. And I'm not, look, y'all, I'm not a pushover. I mean, dudes who dated me will claim I'm not a pushover, but I think it's definitely been opportunities missed for me to, like, no, we're going to keep fucking talking about this. Like, no, fuck what you're saying. I know. Like, no, this is what it is. But then it's like, okay, let's say I do hold someone accountable for something that they've done. Am I actually going to leave? You know, probably not. You know, I have reasons. And of course, this is so many little situations. Let's just, I'm better with example-based conversations. So, this dude, who I'm no longer dealing with, I mean, he's a dude who has always been a little bit flaky and inconsistent and shit like that. But he's been in Atlanta. He talking about how much he missed me, he loved me, all that shit. And then he, you know, he just wasn't talking about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been here for like however long, 2-3 weeks or something like that. And, you know, he would say things like, okay, I'm going to come tonight, then just don't say nothing back. That shit that I used to, like, find a way to rationalize. Like, I used to try to be more progressive and just try to enjoy people when they there. And I used to make all of these reasons why it's okay for you to just say you're going to do something and not do it. You're going to say you're going to come and then not come. You can do all that. And the other night I sent him a paragraph just basically saying, like, you ain't talking about shit. Like, you are just a pen pal at this point. Like, you make me not want to fuck. Like, this is stupid. Like, why are you not busting the fucking move? I'm in town. Like, what are you doing? You know? And he said some shit back, and he tried to call the next day. Look, I'm not so where I would say I'm going to be understanding and talk to him and engage with him and answer his phone calls and allow him to come to see me. I'm no longer interested in doing that now. And it's just taken a long time for me to get there, because I would try to be so progressive to where it's cool. Actually, it's not okay. And I am highly triggered by men who talk a good game, but ain't doing shit. Like, now that took my last relationship to get that to where that's a real problem. Like, don't play with my emotions. Like, don't talk about how you miss me, how you love me. Don't tell me all that shit. And then you're not doing anything. Like, you're not doing shit. Like, my ego likes to hear it, but you can almost keep that shit to your motherfucking self. Write in your journal about how you love me and miss me. But then when I'm in town, what the fuck are you doing? You know what I'm saying? So I sent him that paragraph. The next day he called and texted, and I purposely left him on red. It is a little pettiness in there, but honestly, being understanding in the way that I was defining it and interacting with this particular dude, man, it hasn't gotten me anywhere. Being that woman who's always, all right, it's cool, I understand. That has not really gotten me anywhere. That hasn't gotten me any more love, any more. Ain't no bills getting paid around here. That quality, how I was being understanding, has honestly led me nowhere. And, you know, so it's time to look at that. And I have to be honest about why I'm talking about I'm understanding. No, I'm just scared to end relationships, no matter how long. I'm afraid to walk away. I'm scared to, as I said before, push a dude too hard, to annoy him, to make him mad with what I want to say. I'm afraid to honor myself. I said I want a reliable man, and you're not reliable. Then why are we talking? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, then I don't want to talk. Like, but I wanted to still have them around. So ending it was foreign. And I'm not talking about no deep emotional relationship. I'm talking about just dudes. But, you know, I'm saying this now, but it's been other dudes. Like another dude, you know what I'm saying, that we had some history. Met in 2018 in Colombia. You know, he talking all this shit about it. He happy to have me back in his life. And then we can't even have a fucking little disagreement and have a conversation without you acting like a fucking bitch. I haven't talked to him since. Haven't told the nigga I'm back in town. I don't care. So it's levels to it, right? And every dude in every situation is a little bit different. So I don't have no feelings about that. I mean, because for me, I get real logical. I get real like earth sign, you know, in it. I get real like, okay, It's like, if you were trying, I hate it when I'm trying to have a conversation and tell you how something made me feel and what you did, hold you accountable to what you said, you want to end the conversation. No, bitch, we can end this whole thing, stupid. Because, like, if your weak, stupid ass can't even have a fucking conversation. It's so much I can say about that. Like, don't try to say, well, we're not together. What the fuck does me and you being together have to do with your ability to have a fun conversation? If you want to be my friend, my nigga, if you are a female and want to be my female fucking friend, and you can't finish your fucking conversation about a little bit of a disagreement, what the fuck am I, that ends it for me. That ends it. Because it's a bigger picture, stupid. What the fuck? It's a bigger fucking picture, dummy. It was about this thing, but it's really about communication in general. We need to understand how to communicate together and how to understand each other if we're going to pursue any kind of a friendship. Hey, Sam, a nigga try to say, I'm not your man. Bitch, I know you're not. Because my man would not have a job. He would be in Mexico with me. Because he can afford to leave and do what he wants to do. Don't get your feelings hurt. Try to say you're not my man as if, did I ever insinuate that I wanted you to be my man right now? Yes, sure. I said, hey, in a perfect world, I would like for us to give it a try, but you're not in the place to be in a relationship. Have I ever pushed the issue? Don't try to bring up the status of our relationship to get out of accountability, you fucking idiot. Don't get your fucking feelings hurt. Sometimes these niggas everybody don't fucking want to be with you. First off. Anyway, that was a little vent about this fucking bitch. You know what I'm saying? Fuck you. I don't give a fuck. I haven't spoken to you since. Anyway, how did I get off of that? I don't know. Anyway, it's levels to this. All right? It's levels to this. So, I mean, as far as me being understanding. So, understanding is not needed for somebody who's just not fucking well. I don't have any more. I don't have being understanding. It's a time in which understanding this is needed and is wisely applied, okay? A nigga just flaky with excuses. Oh, I was working. Oh, it's no excuse why you can't send a message, but send a text message. But my whole life, I've been excusing dudes who've not been communicating with me with compassion. And I'm just kind of not going to do it no more. I don't even have the desire anymore. If you can't fucking talk, I mean, that's over with. It's just no reason. Like, if you have your phone in your hand, my nigga, like, you can say something like, stupid shit, I feel real crazy to even acknowledge it. I mean, I'm not in junior high school anymore. And so I'm just shifting. Now, this is about me. I'm continuing to entertain dudes who can who want to treat me as an afterthought. You know, so whose problem is that? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like on me. I'm in a very raw stage of my healing. I was crying over my ex the other day. You know what I'm saying? I'm not over it. You know what I'm saying? I'm still experiencing some emotions around that whole situation. So I'm in this phase of my healing that is new. I honestly, y'all, I'm not really all that interested in men right now. I mean, I'll entertain, like, I done deleted all the dating apps. Like, it has to be the right situation, like the right kind of person that's really gonna like get my attention. Like, it has to be right and all of that for me to really entertain it. And honestly, if I'm honest, I feel like I need to give me my undivided attention. Like, I need all of my energy right now. And if I am going to give it, you can't be stressful. Like, you can't be doing, it has to be like a complete benefit to my being, 100% around. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have energy for that. I absolutely have, come on, what the fuck? I absolutely have time and energy for beautiful, beneficial bonds. You know what I'm saying? Because whenever I was in, I had this wonderful Zimbabwean who was taking care of me, who was we weren't sexual. I haven't had sex really since January, with my ex. And so, you know, right before I was getting ready to leave, I was dealing with this man who was very sweet. He would take care of me. He would cuddle with me. I had energy for that because he was sweet. He was kind. He was loving. He did what he said he was going to do. I had energy for that. So when I say I don't have energy for men, I don't really have the energy to try to pursue a man like I'm not even like thinking about it. Like I used to, every time I went out, I used to always think about, oh, I can meet somebody, but I'm not even really on that right now. You know, I have, you know, I'm just seeing a change, and I really am happy for my ex, because I'm really happy that I'm triggered by unreliable shit. I'm happy that's a problem for me now. Like I'm happy because when you heal triggers, it becomes like a new, beautiful level of healthy boundaries that can come out when you process a trigger correctly. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, I noticed like I was really triggered. I noticed like a new trigger. I was telling my Hunia about this, and I mentioned it before, but I'm just going to reiterate. Telling me all these beautiful things about how you feel and not backing it up with action, you're liable to get a very like rough side of the Pisces with me. I will probably have some kind of, in the right situation, depending on how I'm feeling, I'm real raw about that. Like, I mean, a lot of that shit happened in my last relationship. I used to really like the words and saying all these, you love me, saying all these things used to really be enough. But I can't handle somebody playing with my emotions. I was emotionally abused. You know what I'm saying, in my last relationship. So I can't take things that feel like emotionally abuse. Saying all the things that feel good, but yet not talking to me, not doing what you say you're going to do. I can't handle the words and actions not lining up. And I will get to a point where I can just appreciate that and just go on, but I'm not there yet. I would rather you keep it to yourself. So it's a huge trigger, and it could definitely end up being a fucking explosive thing if I feel you playing with my emotions, because I feel like I've had my emotions played with my fucking whole life with men. And I see it now. And now that I see it, I can't just be cool with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not okay to say everything and not back it up. I don't give a fuck. Honestly, I don't give a fuck of what's going on in your life. Everyone has a phone. Everyone can communicate. And there's no reason why you're not doing it. So telling me we're going to go out for a date and not showing up for it, I don't give a fuck what you got going on. I don't care. It has to be drastic for me to give a fuck. But, and I think all of this is really the bigger bubble. The bigger thing here is the whole afterthought thing. So for me, if you knew we had plans or you claim you want to see me, but, oh, I just got too busy. I'm not an afterthought, my nigga. I'm not an afterthought. I felt like an afterthought with men so much in my life. And I found a way to be understanding around that. I'm not understanding anymore around it at all. Not in the least. I'm too amazing for that. God, should I go down the list? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a beautiful person and I don't handle you that way. So therefore, you know, it's been a long time. This may seem like basic shit to y'all, but for me, my last relationship, though it had many beautiful parts, the things that weren't so beautiful at face value have brought me to this point. Like I told y'all in the last thing, this dude, oh, he missed me, all this bullshit. When I get here, hadn't seen a nigga. We text maybe 5 times. And you're talking about your fucking girlfriend's going through something, as if I give a fuck. Like, I don't give a fuck about that bitch. Does that bitch care about what I'm going through? So fuck her. I'm sorry. Like, I'm a bit raw right now. You know, she's done nothing wrong. Neither has he. That's the real truth. But my ego says, fuck her. I'm going through something. Is she concerned about me? I don't know. And if you're not in a position to put me first, put me nowhere. Like, that's like, it's getting real black and white for me. And I'm liking it, actually. I really do like where I am, you know, where I'm coming. I'm a little rugged. I'm a little hard right now. Like, I'm a little I'm a little raw emotionally right now. But I like it. You know what I'm saying? I like this better than whatever I was doing before. Like, I like it. I'm very proud of this. This is good. Because usually healing, you go to one extreme, you go to the other, then you find a beautiful middle ground. Because the end result is going to be no hard feelings. It's just going to, I like reliable men. You haven't shown that to be who you are. We can just be, I'll just see you when I see you. You know, it's not nothing I'm going to give energy to. And I'm going to be able to say that to men. If I do run into men like that, I'm going to be able to say that with just respect and love and nothing in my heart. Like respect and love and nothing else. Like no anger, no trigger, just we're not a good match. But then on the outside, the next beautiful part is, I ain't gonna say it no more because niggas just gonna be reliable because that's gonna shift my expectations. So I'm in a healing. I'm definitely healing and I'm moving forward. But there is a difference between making excuses and being understanding. Sometimes it's hard to figure out the fucking difference, but it is a difference, and I'm figuring it out right now. Like today, the dude who I was supposed to have this dude told me, hey. This dude today told me he was going to pick me up. Was today Monday? I think so. Told me he was going to pick me up today and take me to eat Mexican food. I haven't heard from him all day. What's going to happen is I'm going to just say, look, I'm good on you. Your life seems to be too complicated. Deal with that. And I'm just going to be here. You're there. I have no space in my life for you. And you clearly don't have space in your life for me. So let's just stop. You know, glad I met you, but peace. You know, you love me. Well, love me from afar. I'm not interested in whatever this is. Okay? With love. Maybe next week I'll feel different, but right now I'm good on you. You don't have to communicate. You don't have to text. I don't need to see you while I'm here. Because I don't care what your reasons are. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I'm feeling. You don't care how I'm feeling. You know, you have to match energy because if communication just solves so many problems. You can't show up, you're running late. Just say that and people are usually cool. But I'm getting uncool with that. Do what the fuck you say you're going to do. It needs to be a priority to spend time with me, period. And if it's not, then that I accept and respect that because you are where you are. And that doesn't make you wrong. But it does make you wrong for me right now. That's how I feel. You know, so that would be, making excuses would be what I would normally do. Oh, well, what excuse can I? It's no excuse. If you're alive and well, and you told me you're gonna do something, then communicate. Like it's real. It's real black and white. It's real black and white for me. So that would be an example. That doesn't require understanding. There's no understanding for that for me. So some cases, yes, understanding. Okay, hey, you know, I was on my way over and I got a flat tire. Understanding is needed. I understand that, babe. I'm going to be late because I got a flat tire. The people are here. I'll be about 2 hours late because of that. That understanding, I'm not going to cut you off because of that. That's ridiculous. I got you. It's fine. You know, there's a death in the family. Understandable. You know what I'm saying? I can present understanding, but my understanding has some conditions. You need to be understanding, but yet still considerate of me as well. Like give me a place to be there for you, which is fine. So, you know, I'm just really looking at that, and I'm not gonna make excuses for myself out of fear and lack. So the fear and lack comes into, well, oh, I really liked him. I need to make these excuses so that it don't go. What happens if he goes? Well, I won't have a dude that I like. Well, that's lack. Ain't it a bunch of motherfucking niggas out here? Like, I mean, women, we have got to get that out of our heads that it's a limited amount of single, beautiful men that want to love us. Like, that's been ingrained in us as women. I really have so much compassion for us women because when it comes down to finding a fucking love, everything is against us. Everybody's always telling us what we can't have and all that shit. And I know no different than you can kind of fall into that bullshit, but there are plenty of men out here that are willing to be loving and all that shit, but honestly, I'm not even focused on them. I am just becoming a stronger self-advocate. I am not afraid to honestly cut a nigga off if he's not right. Or just really not give energy. I don't have to give energy to any nigga that's giving me attention because I'm feeling lack around men. Now, I don't do that anyway. I'm a very picky bitch, but it's just an example. Like, I don't have to entertain dudes who are not lining up with what the fuck I wrote in my journal. I don't have to entertain you. If you are not what the fuck I've been saying I don't have to entertain you. And my limited thinking would say I do need to entertain so I can have something around. Well, having something around and ain't what I want feels a lot worse than having nothing around. And I had to learn that shit the hard way. So anyway, hope this has helped someone or something. Share this if y'all want. Be sure y'all subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm about to go ride my bike. I love y'all.